going on, man? Rescue Nation back one more time. Hey, I'm here sitting here with the awesome and great Cartier McCoy, man. We're about to get it in. We got a new show today. We're so happy that you have taken the time to be a part of Rescue Nation. I know it's been going on for a while that you've been following us and being a part of us, but we're just so happy that you have taken the time out. So go get your friends, go get Lottie, Dottie, and everybody, and we just want to have a good time here today with Miss Cartier, Miss McCoy, the one and the only Truth Talk Radio. How you doing today?
I am awesome today. How about you, Sean?
I'm doing great all the time, all the time. Listen, I'm just so excited. We're about to have a show like no other, to where I'm about to interview Miss Cartier. Some people might call her Sister Cartier. I call her Cartier. And then she'll interview me about Rescue Nation and the different things that they're doing. I said one time with their show on the radio, and it was an exciting show that got a lot of topics going on, and I think you should try to tune into a radio show. We'll get into that later so you can be a part of what's going on with her ministry. But first of all, we're about to get in. So how you doing? What's going on with you? Are you excited to be in the studio today with us?
I am. This is my first time here on Rescue Nation, so it's been an awesome opportunity. I'm just looking forward to today's show and getting it in with you, Sean.
That's right. Hey, we just lay back, so don't be nervous or nothing like that. Shouts out to her husband, man. She is married, fellas. I know y'all looking like, man, she's gorgeous. Yeah, but she's married. I was really surprised because you don't meet a lot of people that's as mature as you are. You know,
old soul.
Yeah, old soul. Most people say that about me, but I try to tap into my young soul a lot because I don't want people to know my age for real. So, so how do you deal with the fact that, you know, most people don't take young people serious when it comes to this type of business, when it comes to media? They don't give us the opportunity.
Excellence. And when you have a passion for something and you're good at it and you go for it, you know, the older generation can't deny that. And I went to school, Webster University, shout outs, Warlocks. I went to school for media communications and got my experience there. And even as far back as high school, I went to Ladue High School and had some great mentors there. Video production.
She was bougie.
So I was, you know what? I should have said what high school I went to.
She was bougie.
I guess it's the truth in every stereotype. So.
Wow. Yeah, I went to Riverview. So you did.
He was good though.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So you went to Webster University. How was that experience with Webster University, and going to Webster University, where did it take you? I saw that you wrote for a couple of CEOs and things. What did you write for CEOs and all that?
Yeah, well, after Webster University, during Webster University, it was just really, so that's kind of where I started.
Doesn't it make you mad that you went to school for all this? But no, hold on.
Okay.
It kind of makes you mad that you went to school for all this. I was telling people, I was talking to one lady the other day, and we're going to blast her on the radio when we get on there today. So, you know, just be prepared. I mean, it's going to be crazy because this lady tried to get us. You know what I'm saying? But we keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? But the thing was that she saw me and she looked at me. She said, I could tell your passion and your heart for what you're doing, for television and for radio. And I said, I never wanted to do it because, honestly, there's really no money in radio.
That's right.
And there's really no money in television unless, you know, someone pick up your show.
Unless you're a veteran, yeah.
Unless you're a veteran. So I was like, well, I do it because of the love of it and because we're reaching people. So I began to see that now it's like God is seeing what I'm doing and he's like opening up all these doors and stuff. So in your ministry, well, I call it the ministry, right? In your ministry, how do you deal with the fact that the amazement of like, God, I didn't even expect this?
Oh, that's a good question, Sean.
See,
I know you caught me off guard with that one. I don't know. It's really just staying prayerful, you know, just understanding that His plan is His plan. What He has for me is for me. What He doesn't isn't. So I mean, that's just how I deal with that.
Yeah. But the thing is though that with that, how do you deal with staying spiritual and saved? Because we know for some reason journalism is not a religious profession. You feel what I'm saying? I watch TMZ.
Oh my gosh.
Our show is we're gonna get into the TMZ type of thing with our show.
Okay.
You know, I like iCarly. Yeah, I watch iCarly. You can call me a little kid or whatever. I don't know if you know what that is. That's on Nickelodeon. I like TMZ. You know, we said one time that we're gonna do a Christian. What was it? I think we was gonna do a Christian Cheaters.
Oh wow! You know what? That's something else right there. I do have an idea though. I don't know if I should tell you guys, but I do want to do like a Real Housewives for the Christian version. So
pastor version.
We'll talk about that.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Yeah.
But cheaters, but it's like cheaters like cheating on your taxes and stuff like that. You know, not the relationship cheaters and stuff like that. But where was I going? Anyway, so the thing is though, you know, the amazement of how things just really come towards you when you just really put out that bait or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So how do you deal with keeping it spiritual, being in journalism?
Well, I guess that's my passion. That's the main thing that I like to talk about, and I guess that's what the types of doors that God has opened for me. So right now, I work for a Christian publisher. Everything that I write, everything that I talk about is dealing with Christianity and Christian things. And God opened the door for True Talk Radio through just a family friend who wanted to promote his business. So he came up to me and was like, hey, you know, I know that you're in media, you know, I know that you're a good, you know, radio show host, and I would love for you to take on this station, this show. And God just opened that door, and from there, you know, he sponsored the show, and he does so each week. Jamestown Tire and Auto Center.
Oh, she just get. I want to shake.
Jamestown Tire and Auto Center, awesome man, Jeff Dye. He runs that place, and God just opened the door, and you know, I just like I said before, I just keep in that frame of mind. You know, whatever he has for me is,
right.
He doesn't.
Right. I think, you know, I talked to this guy, Porterman. He said faith without works is dead. Now, I have the faith to do this, but you still got to work the plan.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you still, and just give a young person out there, give them, if they want to get into journalism, what would they have to do? What can they break through, and how could they get into it? And tell them the pros and cons of it. Be real with them. You know, I mean, be real now. Keep 100, you know.
This is it's an interesting business. You definitely have to have a passion for it. But if you are interested in broadcast journalism or any form of media, I would just definitely advise you to find an advisor, find a mentor, find somebody out there on Facebook, LinkedIn that can lead you down the right path and give you the ups and downs and things like that. I would also advise you to get trained, you know, as much as you can. It's a passion, but you want to be excellent in it. So get trained, and that could be something as simple as, you know, a program at church. If your church has a video production team or anything like that, get involved. That's what I would advise. Get involved.
Well, the thing twisted that it's hard getting involved into your church, because a lot of times as young people, your church, they want the professional ones. You know what I'm saying? They don't really allow young people to break through that. You know what I'm saying?
I think it depends. Because I know at my church, I can only speak for what I know, but at my church, like they raise up the young men, like 13-year-olds are on the cameras. You know, they're training them on how to use the camera, and they even get community service for it.
But what about that person that, because I know a few people, you know, a few young people who say, well, they won't even allow me to play on an instrument. They won't even allow me to work behind scenes.
Take the extra step. I think that's a way that you can kind of break through that.
You see, we hit the questions hard, right?
Yeah, I was like, well, where did this come from?
All right, exactly. I'm just, hey, it's the truth, because what we try to deal with, where a young person would, what they would ask from their view. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we always focus on the adult, but we never really come from the young person's perspective. You know, most churches and most leaders, they just really want to be dogmatic on a young person. You know, not our overseers, but you know, you got those churches out there. They want to be dogmatic on the young people, but they always tell them what they need to do, but they never tell them how to do it. And that's my big thing. I don't like that, to where you always tell me what I need to do, but tell me how to do it. And that's the same thing with ministry. You got to give them something to replace what you're taking away.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that I think that we need to, yes, we do need to invest more in our young people, right? But we also need to give them the avenues, or invest in, you know, give them the tools that they need to operate. You never know it's going to bless your church. But it's hard for them to break through with all the violence that's going on. And let's look at St. Louis right now, okay? As far as statistics go, I think the researchers, they went to a website, and for the statistics goes, they say that St. Louis is the third, or between 3 or 10 most dangerous cities in St. Louis, in the world. So how can a person come out? Well, you went to Ladue. So was you decent?
But well, exactly. I didn't live in Ladue. I'm actually from Euclid and Maffett, straight in the hood.
Good.
So born and raised there, right in the heart of North St. Louis. So I know what it's like.
So according to UrbanTitan.com, St. Louis is number 3 on the 10 most dangerous cities in the world in 2011. Now I did my research on that as well, and the thing is that are we really the most dangerous cities, 10 most dangerous cities, or is it the fact that our city is so small that our crime rate is so high? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the population has a lot to do with it.
Right, but you're in journalism, so you know that. So the thing is, though, thinking of that by our city being so small, I believe that our kids' environment has hurt them to even want to go forward. What do you think about that?
I can agree with you. I think you are what you're surrounded with. A lot of times, and if you are constantly seeing, people in your family, have children, young girls have children, or if you're constantly seeing, drugs around your area or gang banging, if that's your environment and that's all you know, it's difficult to come above that and to do something different. But I think that there are a lot of good organizations. There are a lot of good churches. There are a lot of good people that are reaching out that you don't necessarily hear about, that are trying to reach the young people and show them that they don't have to follow that same path.
But I don't want to go to church.
You don't have to go to church. You can go to Rescue Nation.
But they connected to a church. No, I think that a lot of times with young people, when you hear the word church,
it's a turn off.
It's a real turn off now. That's why I said if I were to, I don't want to say that, forget that. No, never happened. But it's a turn off sometimes that,
right.
I heard the word church.
Right.
Then most young people, and that's the same thing with us, we try to do stuff for free because most young people get discouraged because they always just
exactly. You're living out the biblical principles, but you just don't.
Yeah, you just don't. Exactly. So dealing with that. So tell me this: how has the ride been dealing with? I guess you with WGNU, 9:20 a.m. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. So how has it been dealing with them?
It's been great. They've been a really great station. They're easy to work with. No issues there. They're really accommodating. We have. We're able to have sometimes we have as few as 2 guests or 1 guest, or sometimes we have as many as 6. So it's been a great experience.
Wow. So I was on the show with you guys. Well, not with you all. Y'all played me.
We were live.
They didn't officially invite me on the show. It's kind of what I'm saying, but it's all right. Haters. So the thing was, being at that studio, it's like a good environment in that studio. So what type of guests have you had on the show?
We've had all types of guests, from politicians to psychologists to ministry leaders to gangers to ex-gangbangers, ex-hustlers. We did a show a while back called Fake Gangsters, Teen Violence in St. Louis.
Wow.
And it was interesting. We had actually my little cousin, who born and raised in the county, but decided to get himself involved in the gang-banging lifestyle. So we had him on there, and we also had gospel rapper Thizzle. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I heard Thizzle. He's
pretty well known. So he's really passionate about urban outreach and getting out of the 4 walls and really reaching the community.
Right.
So we had him on. So it was a pretty good show.
I know I was speaking of that. I watch a company called Two Cons in a Truck. Have you seen them?
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yes, it's a company out there called Two Cons and a Truck, or something like a truck and 2 cons, something like that. To where this man, he has a ministry to where he because it's hard for prisoners once you get locked up and things. It's hard for you to get a job. So it was 2 cons in the truck, and I was like, I was kind of biased. I'm not biased. I
know what you're talking about.
I was kind of on edge, like, I don't know.
Would you want cons?
Yeah, would you want cons? Get moving my $1,000 furniture, but the thing is, though, you got to look at it. Everybody is not the way they went in.
Right.
They're better sometime when they come out. But the problem is that most of them don't get an opportunity to get a job.
That's right.
Because of you know, I guess they have this red mark upon them. You know. So did you all deal with that?
We did. We actually, I think, I know what you're talking about. We had a guy, Mike Anders, and he's over a ministry called Cons, and it's Convicts Once, Now Saved. And what they do is they recruit convicts that are just fresh out of prison, and they get them in a church. They, you know, teach them biblical principles, and they minister to them and give them jobs so that when they come out, they don't go back to the streets. They don't go back to the same things that they knew as familiar, you know, before.
Exactly. Now, you on the show with Calvin Balcom.
Kelvin Balcom. Kelvin Orlando, as I like to call him.
I was like, man, where did you get his name from? Orlando.
I know, right?
He looked like Orlando. You know what I'm saying? You know the little shady, cool cats that was. Shouts out to Calvin Balcom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I used to watch him growing up, so that tells his age. So, but he don't age.
He doesn't. He's got that fly, like, silky hair.
Yeah, you know, he looked like a temptation a little bit. You know? New age stuff now. But for real, so you all on the show together. How has it been on the show with him?
It's great. It's great. It's good to have that balance, that male and female perspective, as well as the generational differences. I'm a little younger. He's a little older. So it's good to have that fresh balance.
Well, I'm looking at a topic right here that you all talked about. Is this a topic women of the cloth, right?
Women of the cloth.
Cloth. I'm sorry,
Yep.
cloth. Female leadership becoming trend in Black churches. Topic 2 was, would you encourage your teen to have sex in your home? Wow, you're going to hell.
It's what's happening. It's what's happening.
Is it?
We got to talk about it.
Are you serious?
We got to talk about it.
Seriously.
Seriously.
No. Church people. A jazz club, and he's an apostolic pastor.
Heard about it.
Serving liquor. What do you think about that? I told you we keep 100. I mean, it's on record, so we I didn't say the name.
Now this is difficult because journalists are supposed to be objective. We're not supposed to talk about our opinions and such.
Well, we could opinionize all day long. Step out of journalism and come to Christianism.
This is Cartier. Okay. All day Cartier. I think it's tough. It's interesting, you know, for a pastor, somebody that people go to, you know, for leadership, for counsel, for him to open a club that serves alcohol, has a bar. This is opening the door for people to get drunk, to, you know, act out of character.
But I could go to Applebee's.
That's true. But are you at the bar or are you at the restaurant? I think there's a difference.
What if I'm at the bar? I'm picking my food up from the bar.
Are you staying? Are you leaving? You having a couple?
I might sit at the bar.
But it's
I might not have a drink.
But it's the appearance of evil that we have to be careful of.
Exactly. My next thing is this, that I think that it's like this. That I asked a pastor. I said, "What do you think about a pastor opening up a jazz club?" He said, "There's nothing wrong with that." I looked at him. I said, "I'm gonna ask you again. What do you think about a pastor opening up a jazz club?" I don't see nothing wrong with it. I said, "He's serving liquor." He's not serving it. But it's like, I had to tell him, I said, okay. Well,
but did he open the club, or is he just a part of it? Is he a partner in it? You know?
He's still, if you're a partner, you know business. I mean, right?
That's true.
He's still grabbing a percentage of it.
Why are you so passionate about reaching young people?
Because when I was younger, nobody really ever reached me. I felt that we need to do something for young people, especially in the county, because I used to always travel to the city to get stuff done. And I was like, well, so many people moving out in the county, our young people are hurting, our young people are being misunderstood, they're being pushed to the side. If the teacher told you that you can be successful, you can be career driven, you can do this, you can do that, why not try it? Before she go, tell us, how can we get in contact with you? How would people follow you and be a part of your ministry?
Sure. You can visit WGNU920am.com and listen to us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Truth Talk Radio Show. You can visit us on Facebook.com/Truth Talk Radio, or follow us on Twitter @Truth Talk Radio. And check us out each week.
Listen, we're so happy that you came and be a part of our show. And we'll see you all next week. But before we go, listen, we want you to follow Miss Cartier. You know we don't have nobody on the show that we don't disagree with, I say. I endorse Miss Cartier. There's some people that come on I don't endorse, and you know that already. But listen, we want you to follow us at www.iamrescuedonline.com. Also, text the word rescue to 313131. And also, you can follow us on Twitter at I Am Rescued. And please tune in next week. You will see a part 2 to this show.